Hey, good people. All right, listen. That's the John Day Dam. This is the Columbia River. Up there are just a few of the hundreds of wind turbines, also little parasailers. Anyway, hundreds of wind turbines that go all the way from here back towards Spokane, Washington, that turn this into not just a hydroelectric dam and a reservoir, but a battery. And I want to explain to you why. So, you can do this either at a reservoir or where there's a hydro dam or just a reservoir. So if you imagine that you have 2 volumes of water, like big, lakes, right? One's really high up on the top of a river or the hill, and one's down really low. In the middle of the night, or the middle of the day, like Arizona where we've got excessive energy, you pump a bunch of water up the hill, and then when you need it, and you need that extra power, you drop it back down a pipe, and then it goes through a hydroelectric turbine, and you get extra power. This is a huge battery. That's a crazy, mind-blowing thing to think about, to me at least. I mean, I nerd out on this stuff. This is what's cool. We've known about this for a long time. There are recent studies, and I'll put them in the comments, that are showing the huge volume, tens of gigawatts of potential for pumped hydro around the West. Not great in Arizona. We have water issues. We really shouldn't be pulling out more water from the ground to put into reservoirs to pump it up and down hills. But all across other parts of the West, the Pacific Northwest, huge capacity for pumped hydro. And I want to explain to you why that's important. But first I want to tell you, there are 2 turbines standing on a hill. One of them turns to the other and he says, "Do you like really hard rock?" And the second one says, "Yeah, I'm a big metal fan." Bam! Okay, dad joke aside. I want to explain to you 2 things. One, how this can help us in Arizona. 2, I want to explain how your utilities, Arizona Public Service, Tucson Electric Power, and Salt River Project, are saddling us with costs, unknown cost fluctuations that we're going to see far into the future. Just like this big price increases you're seeing on your electric bill this summer. First, if we don't have wind blowing here, but Arizona has an excess of sun, we should be able to ship it back and forth, right? Or if they have excess of wind and we don't have sun, we should be able to. What that requires is what's called RTOs, Regional Transmission Organizations. We don't really have those in the West. They have them east of the Mississippi. They trade power from Florida up to Maine, right? But for whatever historical reason, we don't have those. We should be pushing our utilities to join RTOs because it drives down costs for everybody. It gives us access to clean, renewable energy in this part of the country when we don't have it, and vice versa. And it avoids putting in more dirty gas-fired power plants. And this is where you are getting basically screwed by your utilities right now. The utilities are planning at least 4,000 megawatts more of gas-fired methane dirty power plants in Arizona, some in areas that already are not meeting clean air standards. We're the 5th dirtiest city, Phoenix is, in the country. And they want to put more of these in here. You build a gas-fired power plant. You have to pay for the power plant, as in we all pay for the power plant, right? But then you have to pay for the fuel for 30 years. Those things should be decommissioning now, not planning out for another 30 years because of climate change, among other things. But now they're saddling us with some unknown costs. If there's instability in the world and gas prices go up, they jack them up. By the way, over the last however many 20 years or so, when gas prices have gone down, your utility bills have not gone down. Just wanted to say that. So anyway, they only go up. If you invest in, remember the trifecta of clean energy? Renewable energy plus batteries. Remember, this is a battery. Batteries plus energy efficiency, your rates will go down. Now, some people are like, well, California rates are really high. They're high because over the last 20 years or so, they have been the before they changed their direction, they were one of the biggest installers of methane gas. And what did I just say before? Methane gas is a very price volatile fuel. So they're paying for it, but now they're trying to wean themselves off of it. We need to tell our utilities to invest more in renewable energy, batteries, and energy efficiency in the home. How do you do that? This coming November, the Corporation Commission that oversees all of the utilities in Arizona right now is dominated by some pretty climate change denying, quote unquote free market, not really free market, individuals. You need to ask anybody who's running for a Corporation Commission, are you going to support more batteries, renewables, and energy efficiency in the home so we can have actual clean grid technology pumping energy to our homes? And are you going to support solar liberty? I have the right to have solar panels on my home. This Corporation Commission doesn't believe that. These utilities don't believe that. See the last video. I'll put some resources for you in the chat or in the comments. Please have a look. I'm going to just keep coming up with more bad dad jokes, I think, as I drive along toward Portland. I'll see you next time.